So, hello again. I had to figure out some issue with my phone in order to be able to continue to record video. So, I was talking about this Great American Housing Initiative and the $16.7 billion plan to be able to set up 500,000 units of temporary housing throughout the United States to home our entire homeless population right now, to house the entire thing. And it's only $16.7 billion. And it circumvents all of the social systems, it circumvents all of that. So, why don't we do that? Well, first off, it's not in anyone's interest. That's why. You got the people who want to control, and you got the people who want to control. And they just want to do it different ways. And you got the people who don't want to be controlled, and they're the homeless people, and that's why they're homeless. So, it's not in anyone's interest. The only real people who want to see that shit get done are people who are from the streets. And people who are from the streets are generally so exhausted by the time they get off the streets, the last thing they want to do is think about being on the fucking street. So, that leaves it to people like me. So that was my idea. Then, the whole idea of the cancer infested my head. I started my treatment. Things got a little lost, a little scary. And then I started reaching out and speaking my truth. Because that's what I felt like I needed to do at that time, so that's what I did. So, I've been rethinking the problem a little bit. Starting small with what I got now. What kind of resources do I got right now? Yeah, I was strong and secure. Yeah, I was living out on my own. Yeah, I had all that shit. I had a trailer. I managed. I didn't take into account that I might get cancer. I didn't take into account the very simple fact that all people who isolate eventually understand. And that is the simple fact that we all need each other. And that's just the simple truth. And you can talk about that individualized bullshit all you want, but all that is blame, displacement, and hatred towards other individuals. From my perspective, that's how I perceive that behavior to be. So, nobody really wants to do that $16.7 billion plan. Doesn't really make sense to anybody, and I haven't really found a way to get my word out there yet. So, all right. I contacted Kamala Harris's campaign about it. I'll see what happens there. Personally, I don't think anything's really going to come of it. I don't know. We'll see. What I know is that I can control what I can control, and the things I can't control, I just have to release. So what can I do? Well, okay. I thought it through. I got thinking about it. Okay, what's the season right now? It's November. It's starting to get cold. That's something to think about. And I'll be right back. I'm going to get my notebook.
Power off.
So I got thinking. Well, it's getting cold. It's getting cold. What's the best thing we can do? Well, it's getting cold here. And I can't afford to give apartments away. I can't afford to give houses away. I can't afford to do. I don't have any of those means. What do I have now? I have the ability to create a website, and I have the ability to solicit for other people using this platform and other platforms. And as I develop, I'll become more efficient at that and more capable. That all takes time. What about this winter? What about this cold night right now? So we got the non-compliance. And then we got the veterans. Now, if I prepare the veterans and give them a set of tools that they can use to take care of their own lives in the short term and set them up for success. And I worked through a plan. And we're beginning with a basis. There's a lot of these paranoid people on the internet, and they have these ideas of these bug out kits of how we're going to have to all split and all this and that. I used to have those bags. I don't have those anymore. Well, I do, but I just don't. I don't use them unless I go out to the field. It's my field equipment. But so there's these commercially available bug out bags for about $600 that are nice big bags. They got a whole lot of shit. They got now some of the stuff that they have is junk. Some of the stuff in the system is junk. Their sleeping bag system is junk. Their mat is junk. Their tent is junk. But all the other tools that they've assembled and put together inside of those bags, that's a good set of tools. That's a good basis. So replace the junk with some good stuff. That camouflage 2-person backpacking tent, 4-season. Bam, right there. That gives them a place they can set that shit up in an alley. They can set it up next to a dumpster. They can fucking whatever. Give them a place to sleep at night. Mats. You can just get one of these small foldable mats that you blow up every fucking night. And they're just more comfortable than a big bulky one that you're carrying around with you. That's a matter of $100. Military sleep system. 3 grades of sleeping bags. Motherfucker never gets cold inside that shit. It's a mummy bag, and it's got an outer Gore-Tex shell, which keeps a person fucking dry, and it keeps their bag dry. It allows the sweat and all the other shit on the inside to evaporate, so if a wet person gets in there, it can evaporate. Add some things to it, like a 4-season covered hammock. 4-season covered hammock works just as well as a tent, where you got trees and a park or whatever. A solar 20-watt solar panel to attach to the outside of the backpack, and a charging brick, so they have the ability to charge a phone. Have a phone with that. Phone already pre-set up, ready to go, man. So a person can pick it up and fucking dial. A lot of homeless people have phones and they got jank shit figured out, but it's a moment to moment thing, and it's just how it is. Throw a Fred Meyer gift card in there. And some winter clothing, a forest suit for about $100. That's something that can save a person's life. $100 pair of boots. Now, you can't really give a pair of boots to somebody because they all come in different sizes. And the same thing with the clothes, but generally people on the street are all about large size. They're all about the same kind of size, especially if they've been there for a while. So, for that basic equipment package right there, I throw in a Jetfire, cooking stove, and a month's worth of backpacking rations. I just add water, make them fucking simple, easy to understand. Fire starting kit, some lighters, a big old package of lighters. These are the kind of things that help people who are on the streets. And when we got 14,000 chronically homeless on the streets right there, each one of those sets of bags, that takes care of one of those people and helps improve their life starting right now when it's cold. I do the math on all that. That's about $2,500. So I put $2,500 donations up on some kind of website, and I work on getting these people bags, doing what I can to get the voice out there and say, hey, it's cold, we need to solicit donations, get these people some gear. There's other things that we can do American citizens. There's things American citizens can do. American citizens can purchase hotel gift cards. There's a website called Hotel Gift. It's good at like 1,000 different hotels all across the United States. And when we give these people phones, we'll be centralized and hooked into their system and be able to respond to them and help them with reservations and whatnot. It's all part of the process. You know, from my own perspective, I want to be able to stream and record data coming from these people. So from my perspective, so I can put their stories out there, and so we can see what's up. You know, on the Google Glasses and the phone. That's part of the condition. You can have this gear, but you gotta give us the data stream. And if you shut the data stream off, we just turn off the electronics and let you go. That's cool. If you don't want to participate, you don't have to. So, and then we just, the ones who willingly choose to participate, they'll be the ones who we are collecting our data for, and they'll be the first people who we try to get into apartments. And when we have a setup ready to go, that's the first tier of helping people. Those $2,500 bags. That's the first tier. Well, the first tier is the hotel gift card. You want to give a hotel gift card, you put a fucking homeless person inside of a hotel room. That's significant. You give them that hotel gift card, they have the ability to pay for things at that hotel. That includes anything from the gift shop. That includes room service. It includes any of those things. They can simply charge that card. Throw a carton of cigarettes in there. Almost all homeless people smoke. It's a matter of treating their suffering in the moment, struggling to survive through that, giving themselves what they don't need, or giving themselves what they don't have in that moment that they need. So that's the first tier of assisting citizens who are non-compliant, homeless. The second tier. So we got the first tier, which is a gift card. Second tier, which is a backpack. Our third tier would be housing. And right now, I've had a look at it, and I've considered what I would do with a full award, and with that full award, what I could do commercially. For me, it's important to have myself secure and to have my hands off all that, and just to maintain my security throughout my life and give myself some play wiggle room. But if I can take about a third of that money, none of this money is money I'm going to have to pay taxes on. If I can take about a third of that money and devote a third of that money towards a business fund that'll start working, I could actually get some things done. That's seed money that I could put towards some properties, and once I own those properties, that I can manage those properties, and for a return, just like a landlord does. But I have a different idea of what kind of return I'd like out of that than a monetary return. I'm looking for something a little bit different. So from my perspective, I have these 30. They're right now. Right now, there's 35 brand new units available in 3 different buildings in the Portland area. About $9 million for all the property value. I figure for probably less than $3 million, probably about $2 million, I can get in there. Get in on that deal and get those properties wired. Get managers that are also social workers in each one of those. The system set up and working like I talked about with cartoon avatars, simple choices, command consoles. and get to housing some people, and getting our first participants to the program. And I could create a website that'd give us 35 of our first homeless people for the website, where we could, focus that on trying to help support these people in their goals by gifting them the things that they need, by hearing them, by and then having psychologists work up a profile, and we'll figure out and get these people exactly what they need, so they can move forward in their lives. And so that's something that I can do. It's something I can do right now without resources, and it's something that I can do once resources arrive. So I've got 2 pretty good solid plans about moving forward, and feeling really hopeful and really thankful for the coming holiday. Again, I really like Thanksgiving. To me, it's a proverbial American holiday, and the fact that it's sharing between cultures. And yeah, I know that there's all these bad stories, but I like to look at the good story that I imagine in my own mind with all of that, and that's people sharing culture. They're sharing their food. They're sharing their families. Just this sharing of this prosperity between people. And there's no better time than right now with all the conflict between people, just to take and celebrate that moment of Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone.